Hello everyone, welcome back to December Daily Part 7. This is Lolly and we are on a roll. I am noticing the spacing of my tabs here and thinking that this one might need to come up by one just to put more in the back of it. So this is how far we had gotten. We had gotten up to there, we did that, so now we are ready for this one here. I could also move this back because otherwise I have a lot of red going on. So I think I'm going to do it this way. Now, the first thing is I know I have this pocket that I want to secure. The question is, do I want to put anything, like a little border coming out of there? Thinking, and I have been using a lot of the same lace throughout, kind of being consistent with it, and I do like that look. I see that I have a big snag here, which will interfere. Not really too thrilled with that, and I might go against the flow and actually secure this without putting anything on it. I have this here to kind of break up the solid white and pink here. I like it. I know I do want something around here, and what would that be? I could also incorporate a doily, although I can't bring it up the back side too well because I have something going on there. It would have been a cute fixture. I could do it on this side. That would be cute. I could work on, put some hole reinforcers there, which would be really adorable. And I have this new set, which I absolutely love, from Elizabeth Craft Designs. There are regular hole enforcers and then all of these other really cute designs here to choose from. Let me try these. So this just unscrews like that, and you can pull off the one you want. I do have these in my shop, but heads up, I have only maybe 4 sets left. And for a limited time, they do come with this keychain and this extra bonus die on here, which is a pen nib right there. It's a pen nib, very cute. I do plan on ordering more, but for the current time, I don't have that many in my shop left. Okay, now what I want to show you is I cut out this glitter strip, ran the die through there, and look what I have now. That can be used in my planner. So I also have these little dots that can be glued on anywhere. So I don't know that I'll do the doily here because I want to get those holes to match this side. Oh, those are adorable. Love it. I'll put this back on here. Okay, let's go ahead. I know I love rickrack, but I'm trying not to do a lot rickrack in this because it's more of a, to me, of a country feel than, but I think this really works there for me. I like it on that page. So when you have stiff cardstock and you're folding a pocket over, I like to come down the center and then smooth the 2 sides out to make, otherwise if I match the sides up, I will have a big gap right in the middle there. So I think what I will do, alrighty, I'm not going to use the rickrack. I'm going to go with this black ribbon here. I just feel like the rickrack is not the right mood. So, but I am thinking I do want to add like a bow here. I have to apologize. The washing machine is running right now in the background, and there's a reason. Where we live, we have time of day pricing on our electricity. And that means that at certain times of the day, our electricity rate is 4 times the rate the rest of the day. And so I have to get the washing machine run before the electricity goes up 4 times. So yeah, it's quite a strain. Ooh, I really like that look right there. I'm glad I didn't use rickrack. I think that is more elegant. And I'm just wondering if I should do something similar here or just right against the edge there. Oh, that is very cute. Like I said, that is just so elegant. Oh, I like it, I like it, I like it. Now, when you have problems with these spools, they tend to start unraveling on you. I'm just putting a notch here. And then I'm going to take a rubber band. Right there. Stops the rubber band from sliding, and it helps it to kind of not unravel on you there. Oh, that is so cute. But I think I have the little touch of red here, but I think I need a little something here, maybe matchy to bring some of these colors in. I don't know. Let's think about that. I'm not usually someone who puts pink on red. However, I'm having a thought here. One of the ways, if you have two colors that you're not really fond of together, is to break it up with white. And you'll see what I mean. Like if I were to put white here, it's not as, I almost said obnoxious. It's not that it's obnoxious, and some of you may like that, but it's less intense of a look for me. Or I could add some of this too, and I realize it's more pink. Okay, let me see what else I have in my scraps. So I have one of these strips that I have cut off, and I could use that, and I think that does help to break up this and still stick with the theme of the cardstock. Now this I need to be 5 and maybe a half. Hold on. 5 1/4. Let me see. I might not even like it. I will have to look. Okay, this is just an experiment. So I could do that and put this here. Another question is, I'm not sure I like where this pocket is ending because of that little notch thing. So I think I'm going to trim that off a little bit. I think that looks better to go right where that notch is. I think that's great. Now, I still don't know if I like this. I'm going to look at that. I could also use the narrow silver right there, or the black ribbon, which could pull in some of that, the black ribbon from here. So let's look. Or I could do white and black. Okay, so here's my thought. Do I do white and black? Okay, now this will give me a better idea here. Well, I really can't decide. I like it all, and I think I like it better this way. Okay, decision made. Okay, now the other thing is I need to punch this corner right there, and that will match this. Very good. Just out of curiosity, could do that as well. Before I get too carried away, I need to think about this because I might need to know what I'm going to do on this back side and save that, because I might need to do this and then put this over that design before I get carried away. However, I did think too, I was wondering about these and how these were the little holes that punched out of all of these hole punches here. I like it, but I'm also wondering about here as well. Okay. Okay, now I was wondering. Ooh, I had a thought. Just had a thought. Put that up there. That's what needs to happen. Now I'm putting these little holes or dots right on the edge of that white paper to sort of look like it's attached with brads. I still have 2 of the little silver dots here that can go anywhere. That's really cute. Okay, so I will wait about the doily and see what I'm going to do on the other side. Okay, I really like that. And I could also, to kind of bring this idea in here, I could put another bow down here, which would be kind of cute too, wouldn't it? No, I think it kind of helps. Not really sure about it. It could go there as well. I think I'll put it here. Okay, I'm going to let this dry a little while before I flip it over, and then we will continue. So that is completely dried. We flip this over, and this gives us the next day. However, what I think I'm going to do is insert something. I'm looking ahead. I want to insert, I'm thinking of a tab, not a tab, but a tag. And I'm looking at these, and I see that it is just wide enough to get the holes punched, but they would be right on the ends and may not work. But I could do hole reinforcers, which would stick out, or I could just cut my own tab and tags. So I think what I need would be closer to 4 inches wide would be great. And although we've been doing 5 1/4, I think I'm going to do 5 1/2 this time because I want this to stick out just a little bit. So I have this, which is actually some polka dot material that, or cardstock that I have. And I do want to do these corners on this end right here. And then I said that's 4. So when I punch these holes, I need to change this to 4. Okay, so this would be that. And actually, this would be one day, and this would be the second day. So I'm going to put that up there. Okay. Actually, I think I might go this way. Here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering about making this a pocket that either this way or this way, where I can load a photo. So in that case, I still need to be 4 inches this way for my acetate, but I'm thinking 4 1/2 or 4 3/4 for the width of this. There we go. And so then I would have this as a pocket to slide a photo in. Okay, thinking. And then I'm going to use tape runner, but then once I do that, you know, we will see the tape around there. So there is an option that I can put a border around there to cover that up. I can leave this open so that I can insert something in there, or I can put cardstock around it. I think if I did this, just put a border like this, I might catch on the 2 layers trying to put a photo in. But if I fold this in half, kind of like this, and went around the acetate, then I wouldn't have that problem. So I think I'll do that. Okay, there's that. Okay, now this is 3/4 inches wide, and I want to score that in half, so it'll be 3/8. There. So now that needs to go on here, like that. Okay, I'm all out of just regular double-sided tape. I'm going to use the red line tape because it's narrow enough And that's what I'm needing, is narrow. Okay. Perfect. The red line tape tends to be stronger than just regular double-sided tape. Now you see why I went through this trouble. And that is, now when I go to put something in here, it is not going to catch on the acetate. It's not going to catch on cardstock. It's one nice smooth layer there, and I love the way that comes across. So now I'm going to put this onto here. So I'm going to clip this on the left-hand side so I can peel my tape off and know that I've got really good alignment there. There we go. There. Now you see we have the darkened area there because of using that tape. So I want to put some little scraps of paper here around that edge. And I'm wondering, I think this might work. Save me some of that other tape there. Now you can see that I have, oh, it even fits a tag. Cool. So this will be, oops, the opposite side to this. And so one of the things I can do here is do a big photo mat out of this to bring that in. I could use this color, 4.5 by 5. So I just put a big photo mat right there. The only thing is I'm going to need to do this corner like that. Perfect. So anytime you really don't like the big white look here, go ahead and stick another photo mat on there. Get some interest going there. So this will be one day. I think what might be interesting is to go ahead and size this down so that it will fit in here. If I make this 4 3/4, let's just see. Okay, and I do need to trim just a fraction off of each side here. It's just a little too wide for me. It's like 3 1/8, and it's just the wrong. I'm going to take an eighth inch off of each side. And now it will just slide in and out more easily. Perfect. I could have made it a little wider, longer, or I could also make sure that I put some kind of a baker's twine or something here so it's easy to pull this out. Okay, now what to do with this, huh? I'm thinking about putting, I could cover the whole thing, and then that makes it really, makes it a lot thicker, which is still okay. And I think I might, because I think the white will look a whole lot better, given that we're using white on this side. One of the things I like to do, you know, this, it's got a hole reinforcer there. If I can get that off, or even a little bit of the layers there, it helps it to glue so much more easily, because it's not that thick layer right there. And remember these silver hole reinforcers that I have. Now when I put that in there, and this has these little like Swiss dots on it, and it kind of matches the dots there, so I love that. I can still use something like this. Okay, and then I have a cute little tag, and I can still turn it over, pull it out, turn it over, and journal on this side. And this kind of makes me think of a present. It just looks like a gift to me. And I'm thinking of narrowing this just a pinch. I think it's a little wide for my tastes. Let's see, it is 1 inch. There, I'm going to 3/4 of an inch. And I think that looks better. So I lined it up right with where that little corner is right there. Now, I don't want this all the way in the end because you might not see it really well. I'm going to bring it in a little bit right there. Okay. All right. Now, I do think I need something to be able to pull this out. There we go. So there's that. Cute. I love it. Now, I need something over here still. And I do have one of the strips that I cut off that has pieces of wreath in it. So I think what I'll do is bring that in. I think I'll do it right here because I want some of that red showing on the other side. I think I should have cut that ahead of time. There we go. Now, I have a thought here. I've been wanting to use this. I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but I mean, if I'll like it, put it that way. I think I do. Okay, so far so good. And now I think what I want to do is give just a little tiny strip of this green washi right there. And if you have problems with your washi sticking, just hit it with a little bit of glue. Now when I cut this washi off, I'm just pushing down. I'm not sawing with my craft blade because I think that just pushing down it snaps right off and I don't have to saw and risk cutting anything else down below. There we go. Perfect. And that is our next day. Now, while I have this open, I do want to get one of these in the bottom, and I think I will use the one that says blessings. And I'm going to leave a long strip like that and just come off the very bottom. I could come that way and leave this consistently white, or I could break it up. I'm going to break it up. I thought about putting this in the middle, but I want to leave room for something else that I might add there, such as a photo or a quote. There we go. Now, I think this needs a couple of these dots. What I like about these, or one of the things I like about it, is that I feel like it looks like it's mounted with screws or something there, or brads. There we go. And the other thing, you know what? While I have this out, there we go. Cute. Okay, there we go. That's another day. We're going to call it quits here. I probably won't get another day done, another video of this series
till after my trip, but I do have 2 other videos scheduled. If I get another one of these completed before I leave, that will just be a bonus video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you'll know when new videos are uploaded.